Good morning.
Hi, Cotton. How are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lost in Louisville, a food podcast where Cotton and I scour the streets of Louisville, Kentucky to find the best grub and let you know if it's worth it.
It probably is at this point.
At this point, we had this conversation in the car. I'm speeding off into it. We're going. It's a fast podcast today. We've fucking wasted so much time driving to your apartment. I'm tired of it.
Okay, so I got here at 4 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock now.
It took us 4 hours. Anyway, we have not had a bad review yet.
Rubbies.
Well, okay. At least the food was okay.
Yeah, Bob didn't like the dip, but I liked the dip.
That dip was weird. Anyway.
Check that episode out.
Yeah, check out the Rubbies episode. You may get a chicken bone in your floor after that one.
Mm-hmm. Follow you around. It's weird.
It is weird. Where do we go today, Cotton?
Jerusalem Kitchen, that's what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a place that I've been before, so I thought I'd take Cotton because I had a really good time at this place. I really like it. It's very tasty. Didn't you say this is like one of your first times having Mediterranean food?
I've never actually been to a Mediterranean place,
Mm.
but there's this place down not too far from where I live called Fay Dodo's, and I got a gyro from there the other day. Gyro,
However you say it, I don't freaking know.
I think they said it at the Jerusalem Kitchen, like gyro. I don't know.
I don't know.
They definitely pronounced the G, but I know it's like euro, so I think they said gyro. But I've had plenty of those.
My dog just tried to get up in the mic and have a conversation. A little weirdo. So I talked to Cotton anyway about something. This needs to be at the top of the episode because I may have withheld a little bit of the truth from you, Cotton. I've been using those pictures for about 2 weeks, and I just keep fucking forgetting.
Are you serious?
Yes. And I feel really, really, really bad. So if you all have noticed, if you've been watching, the thumbnail and the background picture for our show have gotten way better quality. They're nice photos of the city or, the river or the bridge or something. For the last 2 episodes at least, I've been meaning to mention this. I just keep effing forgetting because I'm dumb. My friend Savannah has her own photography business, and she was like, hey, you guys need pictures of the city for your podcast, right? I was like, yeah, we do. She let us use hers for free as long as we shout her out on the podcast. So thank you, Savannah. If you want to hire her for any photography, you think it's good photography, her link tree will be in the description of all the episodes from now on so that you can go, hire her to do. She does weddings, she does events. I know she's doing a wedding next weekend or something, but she's like a professional photographer. Like, actually good. Genuinely good at what she does. I really want to support her, so please check out her link.
And when you first
check it out.
When you first changed the picture, I mentioned it, and I was like, I actually like this one. I had no idea that it was from an actual human being and not like a robot.
Yeah, I just felt really bad about not mentioning it the last 2 episodes because I forgot. So I was like, I have to open this episode with, go and check out Savannah's photography business. Support her. She's great. Actually, you know what? I literally had dinner with her yesterday. I was talking to her yesterday.
Thank you, Savannah.
Yeah, thank you very
listen
much.
to this podcast.
I don't know if she knows this one even exists other than, giving us the photos. She likes my other podcast.
Tell her to listen to this one.
Okay. I'll tell Savannah to listen to this one. I'll text her. You got any updates on your life, Cotton, that you want to talk about before we get into the actual meat of the show?
Yeah, sure. Moved into the apartment fully.
Oh, yeah.
Which is nice. It's nice to have, an actual place to live and not a shack. I mean, basically lived in, a Gorilla Bob's grub shack
situation, yeah.
Yeah, it was not easy. But, I mean, it's nice that we have air.
Yeah. Did you guys not have AC before or heat?
No, we had, a window unit and heaters.
Oof.
It was cold during the winter.
Oh, that sounds like it sucked.
And I didn't have much experience in the summer, but, late fall or early fall, when it's still real hot.
Mm-hmm.
That was brutal.
That sounds like it sucked.
Mm-hmm. But don't have to worry about that now. There's a fan in every room, ceiling fans in every room, central air, big water heater.
Jesus Christ.
2 bathrooms.
You're really living it up, huh?
A tub.
I have a tub.
Well, we didn't have a tub. We had.
Well, where are you going to put the tub in your fucking grub shack?
We had a stall shower, like that one that's just outside your room.
Yeah, like the one I use?
Uh-huh.
It's just in the middle of my basement, just a shower?
Mm-hmm. That's all we had. Now we have a tub and a huge stand-up shower. It's like 3 of those stall showers put together.
Fuck it. I'm going to start coming to your house just to shower. Hannah comes home from work and she sees me just in your shower.
Who the hell?
I guess we should. Oh, what were you going to say?
I was going to say just quality of life stuff. It's been peaceful. I've not really cared about anything. No crazy stories.
Nothing too crazy.
No.
Your apartment is nice though. Like I said, we had to go to Cotton's house
Yeah.
between going to the restaurant and coming home, and we didn't think about rush hour traffic.
No, nor the fact that there was some kind of event going on today.
So then we got fucked, and we're sitting in traffic for fucking 2 hours or whatever.
We sat on 2nd Street for 45 minutes.
God awful, terrible. But yeah, your apartment's nice. When you were talking about it, I thought it would be smaller. It's sizable.
1,200 square foot.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm glad that you're gonna have a space for the baby too.
Me too.
I'm so really excited for you to have your kid.
As it gets closer, I get more and more excited.
I'm very excited.
'Cause I get to do more stuff, like
Yeah.
go ape shit with it.
Don't go ape shit on your kid, please.
Not on my kid, with my kid.
With your kid. Your kid's also going ape shit.
Yeah, I'm teaching him.
You think Hannah's gonna be able to handle it?
No, I've already explained to her several times that there's gonna be 2 of me, and if there's another child, there will be a 3rd one, female or not.
Oh God. You need somebody there to wrangle these children besides you.
No, I won't. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a party every day.
You're telling me I can't come over and hang out with you and your kid?
I didn't say you couldn't. You said I'm gonna need.
Well, I was hoping that because Hannah's not always gonna be there.
Yeah,
So someone, you gotta have a backup.
fair enough.
All right. Well, we went to Jerusalem Kitchen, like I mentioned earlier.
Uh-huh.
So I have a question, Cotton.
Go ahead.
Did we get lost today?
For a minute.
We actually got lost. It finally happened.
Ugh.
It wasn't that bad of a lost situation. Let me put it this way: we missed a turn.
But it was neither of our faults.
Well,
Hold on. We'll talk about why, and the people can judge. It was not my fault. I was looking on the left side of the road like I was supposed to be.
it's true. We missed a turn. We passed it by quite a bit. We ended up well past the turn.
Probably about a mile and a half past it, and then we were like,
We should
We've
probably
gone
turn
too
around.
far.
We definitely went way too far. So then we turned around. We found it.
mm-hmm.
The road sign for this road was all the way up in a tree, basically, back in the bushes.
Yeah, it was maybe 150 feet back from the corner,
intersection. Yeah.
and it wasn't at a red light, and there's just, I don't know how you could have seen it unless you were on the side of the road that we were going when we made a U-turn.
Yeah. No way you would have ever noticed it. So I'm gonna call.
I'm going to say the name of the road. St. Rita's Road.
Well, yeah, because that's the road the restaurant's on.
Right.
So people could look up the address of the restaurant and figure it out.
So to turn onto St. Rita's Road, it's right there next to St. Rita Church. And I pointed at the church and said, there's the church.
Yeah, and I was
Where's
like,
the
oh,
road?
it must be on the other side of the church.
Well,
right?
It was on the first side of the church.
Yeah, so we missed
But
it.
there was a road which we seen a car coming out of, but there was no road sign. You could not see it. There's a tree, a pole, and I'm pretty sure a fence. I could not.
And it's
see
sitting between all of them, blocked from. You can't see it from the other side of the street.
No, it was right up against something. There was no way we had, there was no way we could have. We could have passed it and seen it.
Yeah, for sure.
If I was looking behind me, but I wasn't. And it was a super small sign.
Mm-hmm.
Not like most of these other places have really big road signs everywhere. It was a small ass sign that said St. Rita Church Road. What?
Garbage.
So not our fault.
Well, okay, our fault, but minimally so.
Minimally.
Still our fault. We still got lost. It's still, still an L.
At least we stayed on the same road when we got lost.
True. We didn't make any crazy turns or get super I'm waiting for the one where it takes us 2 hours to get there.
I don't know if that'll ever happen.
You don't think so?
Because I think we'll be what would have to happen is, you put in the wrong address.
Oh, that would be a bad one. I've yet to do that, mostly because I copy-paste the addresses from Google.
Right, but I'm waiting for the one time you miss, a letter.
Oh.
Or it's accidentally misspelled on Google and they just haven't caught it yet.
Or just, the restaurant has moved locations and isn't at the location anymore or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
And we just weren't aware. Oh.
Then we have to, on the fly, use MapQuest on the internet to find it.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Those would be good.
I want it to happen, but
I don't know if I want it to happen. I'm not trying to will this into existence.
I think we had fun when I finally was I think we're lost.
It was a moment of, oh my God, we actually got lost. Holy shit.
Then it was a matter of going down Preston Highway going, okay, can't make a U-turn here.
Nope.
Can't make a U-turn here.
I kept telling
Can't
you to make
make a U-turn
U-turns
here.
at illegal U-turn spots, and you just wouldn't do it.
No. So I had to go all the way down from the outer loop all the way to fucking Hillview and turn
Yeah.
around in the Lowe's parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. So we actually got lost for once.
But it wasn't a bad loss.
Well, no, it wasn't like abysmally bad or anything
No.
like that.
Stayed on Preston Highway. Just
Yeah.
turned around, got back, and then found it second try. Now, we did talk about implementing a rule. Like, when do we count it as being lost?
When we have to make a turnaround. Like we've gone too far and have to change direction.
No. Yeah, obviously that counts as being lost. But you said, if we don't find it within a certain time limit, we just don't make an episode, which bullshit.
No, you're right. That shouldn't happen.
My thing is, I think it's a 3-strike you're out thing. If we have to turn around within 3 times, we got a GPS how to get there.
No.
Hold on.
No.
I'm not saying GPS to get to the place. GPS to get us back on course.
Maybe.
Which this one would have gotten us to the restaurant because it's literally right after that turn. It's right there. But
yeah,
I think just to get us back on track.
Maybe. I'll think about it. At this point, I'm saying no. I'm saying if we
are
lost,
that's after 3 U-turns.
3. Well, okay. Maybe. It's yet to happen, so I don't have an opinion yet.
Right. I'm just saying, if I would have had to have gone down to Outer Loop, made a U-turn, gone all the way back to Hillview, made another turn around, I would have been like, I'm stopping in this parking lot and I'm looking at where it is.
And I would have told you no. And I would have been like, you can't. You're breaking the rules. Jesus Christ.
It's like horse. You lose at horse when you get to HORSE.
No, it's like pig.
No, yeah.
Yeah, pig, not horse. Pig. 3 strikes, you're out.
Right.
Oh, what the hell?
So, I'm gonna say that if I have to make the 3 U-turns, we just taken an L. We got to get back on track.
I guess it is your gas and your car.
Yeah. And our time, we still have to record these.
Yeah, I was we're really struggling for time today, to be honest. We're cutting it close.
Maybe.
I gotta leave for work soon. I was really worried. We were ahead of his apartment. I was like, bro, it's 7 o'clock. I gotta leave for work. We need to get back to my house to record this fucking episode.
See, what happened with that was I left my house, and maybe 20 minutes later, packages got delivered. But I was already on my way here, and I didn't know. Hannah was the one who got the notification. While we were at the restaurant, she texted me. She said, "Did you get the packages?" And I went, "Well, there wasn't anything." So, no. And she was like, "Oh. Well, there are packages." And then she sent me a screenshot of a fucking cargo net bag sitting in front of my door. And I went, that's half the size of the door directly in front of it. How do you expect me to get out without pulling that in?
There's no way you could have left your house and not seen that.
No.
Actual insanity.
I've also never in my life seen that. It was literally like a canvas sack that the box was inside of.
Yeah. I mean, I told you this. I'll rehash it for the podcast. Those big-ass canvas sacks you're talking about, see those at work all the time.
I know, you said that, but I've never seen one, and I do not think they were supposed to give that to me.
No, because they usually end up where I work, and you know what we do with them where I work? We throw them away. Throw them in the dumpster.
You said you're not supposed to.
We're not supposed to. Our supervisors go, huh, what is that? And we go, we don't know. And they go, huh, throw it in the dumpster. Because we end up with piles of them all over the place, and they're like, we don't know what else to do with these. Throw them away.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at Amazon, and that's a thing that comes from Amazon, clearly. Yeah. But even at Amazon, I'd never seen those.
They're everywhere where I work. Ridiculous.
It was weird.
Before we move on to the food, I know your dad thinks we should talk about the food more, but, we'll get to it. Calm down.
We're only 14 minutes in.
We're only 14 minutes in. We got time. I want to talk about this. This right here. I'm pointing at it.
The picture.
I'll take a picture of that.
Isn't it?
It's a painting. I bought a piece of Kentucky. I don't want to say memorabilia.
It is art, Kentucky art, isn't it?
It's Kentucky art. It's the art of Kentucky. So what I'm referencing is, and I'll post this on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm going to say that. Also, I took a picture of the food. That will also be on Twitter. I'll take a picture of this and put that on Twitter too.
Oh my God, 3 pictures on
3 pictures, and I forgot. Listen, everyone, if you follow us on Twitter and it looks like I forgot, I did. I forgot to tweet about last 2 weeks episode because I'm busy and it's really hard for me to remember because this happens every 2 weeks. I just forget, okay? But I'll post this time because I'm saying it on the podcast. I will remember. So me and one of our friends were getting fitted for a wedding, one of our other friends' wedding, and we went to the same suit place. And right next to this place where we're getting our suits fitted is a comic shop. And he was like, hey, do you want to stop in this comic shop and check it out? I was like, sure, I've never been in here. It looks nice. After hearing about the death of Heroes Comics and Games, I was like, oh, a new place to maybe get, Warhammer stuff or paints or board games or, whatever.
Right.
So we go in there, we're checking it out. Dude's really nice, but I'm realizing this is mostly, it's not like about board games and stuff or like hobby stuff. It's mostly like collectibles, like figures and comic books. Like
Gundams.
Huh?
Gundams?
I heard condoms. And I was like, huh?
No, they don't sell those there. There's no need.
Fuck you. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they did have some Gundams, actually.
I figured.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of like collectible stuff, like special issues of comics you can only get there. Like they're only made a couple certain like print of and stuff. So we went into this place, and we were looking around and stuff, and you know, I collect comic books. I have all of Invincible up on the shelf behind me, and a bunch of other stuff. And I was like, not really in the mood for comics, but the dude at the front desk, it was an older man, and he was like, hey, we also sell art prints in the back, like, you know, that local artists make. I buy it off of them for cheap, and then I sell it for cheap. I was like, wow, that's really cool. We went back there, and I saw the most glorious piece of art, the most glorious piece of Kentucky art that I've ever seen in my life. For those of you that don't know, there is. Oh,
I just want to say, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, 5 colors on this painting, and it's on a yellow plane.
It's nice.
It's funny.
Don't disrespect my painting like
I'm
that.
not disrespecting. It's a good painting. It's just funny.
Listen, okay. I gotta keep going. For those of you that don't know, there is a soda that is specifically made in Kentucky. I think it's Winchester, Kentucky, is where they make it. I only know this because I'm a super fan of this soda. It's like one of my. It might be my favorite soda of all time, and I am a soda fanatic. I drink I
do like me some red.
The red's good.
Orange is good too.
The orange is good too. It's called Ale 8 or Ale 8 1 or Ale 8 1, whichever way you want to say it. They have a bunch of different ways to say it. They make this soda in Kentucky, in Winchester. It is like, I would say it is a ubiquitous soda for the city. Like, you could buy, they sell bottles of it at work.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy the plastic bottle out of a vending machine. Like, it is a Kentucky staple, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I walk in, and there is this amazing print of an Ale 8 bottle, like, drawn out with the cap taken off, painted by somebody, and it's, like, signed. It's on, like, it's just, there was something in me that was like, oh, I have to buy this, because for those of you that also don't know, like I've said, I love Ale 8. I have said multiple times that if anyone wants to sponsor one of my podcasts, I will take Ale 8 every time.
Yeah.
I am such a fan of their soda.
It's a good soda.
It's a good soda, but also, like, they're a local Kentucky, like, business. And I want to, like, I'm on their Twitter all the time. Like, anytime they release a special flavor, I buy it. I'm an Ale 8 super fan. I told you this. I dropped $200 on the Ale 8 store.
Yeah.
Not that long ago, because I wanted, like, a shirt and some sodas and some actual, like, bottles and stuff. And also there's some stuff you can only get from their store, like their online shop. So I bought this painting of an Ale 8 bottle for, like, $30. Came with the frame and the actual painting. It's, like, signed by the person who painted it. And I just want to talk about it because I like it a lot. It's, like, my new favorite thing that I own.
I'll cut this if you don't know, but what's the name of this fucking comic book store?
Destination Comics. I had to think about it. Yeah, Destination Comics. Go check it out. The guy in there is super nice. Super local business. Love to support that type of stuff, especially with local businesses like that closing down around here recently. Finding new space to buy those sorts of things is, like, very important to me, at least.
Very much so.
I just wanted to bring up my cool Ale 8 painting because I love it so much. It's like every time I look at it, I just get a point of pride in my heart. I'm like, there it is.
So speaking of getting lost.
Yeah. What's up?
Do you know what time I left to come here today? Because
No,
I got here like right at 4.
Yeah, that's when. And at this point, you said you'd be here.
I left at 3. I was gonna get here early.
How did it take you an hour to get here?
I'm gonna explain that.
Okay.
I was gonna be here early because I was gonna make an appointment at the doctor's office. So I was just gonna call from the parking lot and then come in here, which I did end up doing, but they didn't answer, so it took me 2 minutes to make that phone call. So I was driving on the interstate, took 2nd Street to go back onto 65 South to avoid the toll. Got on 65 South at 3:20ish because there was a little bit of traffic on the Indiana side, and it takes a minute to get on 2nd Street every now and again. And it's standstill traffic on 65 South.
Like,
and I was
3:30?
I was like, it's not time for rush hour.
Yeah,
what the fuck is this shit? So I get just past Arthur Street.
Okay.
You know, that short ass little ramp.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And of course, people are getting off that exit and then getting right back on, trying to cut through traffic, which pisses me off to no end. Oh my God, does that make me mad? Because it's like, dude, I left you space so that way you could get in. And if it's like a zipper. If you just let it work like a fucking zipper, one car lets a car in, and the next guy goes. You know, I let a car in, I go. Person behind me lets a car in, he goes. You know, it's easy. It's smooth transitions. But no, people want to make it difficult and rush all the way to the front of the line, and then get over. Assholes. Everybody's like slamming on their brakes, moving. I mean, it's real slow crawling. And then all of a sudden, it just opened up, and I was like, I seen a guy in the middle lane with his blinker on, and I was like, I ain't letting you over, dude. I've been in this traffic. I've got two people trying to get on, you know, and then there was space, and I thought he was going to gun it because there wasn't a car in front of him, and there was plenty of space in front of me. He didn't move. He was just sitting there. And I got past the truck, and it was just wide open. Dude, there was a black Chevy broken down in the middle lane of the expressway, just chilling there.
Oh my
I was
Lord!
Like, oh no, that's rough.
That sucks so bad.
Yeah, I mean, and it was just past an exit, and so I don't remember what the name of the next exit is, but like exit 113 or whatever, 123, something like that. I don't know. Something. Anyway, the exit past Arthur Street is not that far, but that's a little ways to go. And I mean, he was just sitting there, hazard lights on,
can't go anywhere,
no headlights, no nothing. He was just sitting there in the cab of the truck, shaking his head, and I was like, okay, sorry, guy.
Probably called a tow truck or something. I mean, if he can't move it, he can't move it. Like,
I mean, I'll say we didn't see it when we were on our way through this time, so I mean, clearly it was gone.
Yeah, I guess clearly he fucking got moved.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I always think it's
Fuck
funny
that.
because it was a big thing where we grew up. People in our high school and stuff, you know, Ford versus Chevy. And it's a thing everywhere. But you know, country boys really like to talk about it.
Oh,
And
they love to argue about it.
We had a lot of faux countrymen.
Oh God, it was so easy to start fights though, because like you'd be in the hallway and you knew which group was which group because they all had the belt buckles and the hats.
Uh-huh.
And you could just say some inflammatory shit about one of the other ones, and they would start getting mad at each other. It was funny as hell.
Oh, you're part of that group? Yeah, fuck you, guy.
Yeah. Oh, I almost said someone's name.
It's almost like gang territory shit. It's weird.
Oh, high school was wild, man.
Mm-hmm.
God, remember when they used to tell us we couldn't have raisins anymore because people were throwing them over the floor and stomping on them?
I do.
Wild.
Really wild.
Jesus Christ. We should talk about high school at some point. We had some good ones. There's some
Yeah.
good stories in there.
So it just made me laugh because I was like, okay, everybody likes to say, oh, the sayings about Ford or whatever. I couldn't say them off the top of my head, but they're always broken down on the side of the road. Well, the Chevy broke down in the middle of the road, so eat that one, assholes.
I don't really give a shit about cars. That's
I
not
don't
my
either.
thing.
Nope.
Like, I drive a Saturn. They don't even make this thing anymore. Like, that doesn't even exist. I tried to find a spare part for my car. Impossible.
Yeah, junkyard.
You think that's where I was looking? I was in the junkyard looking for shit. Couldn't find it. I still don't have a right side mirror on my car. That was what I was looking for.
Oh, yeah.
I still have not replaced it either. I need to. All right. We should get back to Jerusalem Kitchen.
Yeah.
And talk about
Back in
that for a bit. Because, you know, this is a food podcast.
I just wanted to mention that because
I mean, it's funny.
Ridiculous.
It's pretty ridiculous. So, like I mentioned, Jerusalem Kitchen is a Mediterranean restaurant. It's a lot of, like, gyros, shawarma, like hummus, baba ganoush. Falafel, stuff like that, yeah. And I'm unfamiliar with it because I'd only been to a Mediterranean restaurant one time before this, and it was this one.
Yeah.
I'd only been here with Ben a single other time. So I kind of knew what I was getting myself into when we went. It's a small restaurant, and actually I was surprised by the number of... Well, we're sitting in the restaurant eating because that's what we do. We sit down at the restaurant and eat. We don't eat on the podcast. If we can, yeah. Some places are takeout only. Understandable. We'll still try it. No reason to diminish your restaurant for not having, like, dine-in. Because, I mean, technically, Grill of Bob's doesn't have dine-in. That's takeout only.
Yeah.
They just have a picnic table next to their restaurant.
Yeah.
Same with Ollie's Trolley.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well,
you know.
Ollie's Trolley, yeah, it had one picnic table outside Ollie's Trolley.
Yeah.
We just came back here and ate with that.
Well, yeah.
Which we're willing to do.
Yeah, we're willing to do. We'll have to do that with the thing I recommended us doing for summer. That because
Yeah.
we're going to do that. We're cooking up some ideas today.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
It'd be funny to find, like, more places we could do that with.
Oh, we totally could.
Oh.
Like, I just thought of a really, really funny one.
Once we start doing double ups of types of food, then we battle those two against each other.
I have a
return
funny
episodes.
One. I have a funny one, and you're gonna
Rubbies versus Kerns.
not Rubbies versus Kerns, but it does involve Rubbies. Listen, I don't like to shit on restaurants, but Rubbies was just a weird experience,
It
man.
was. It needs.
We need to go back.
Yeah.
We need to make a Rubbies return.
I want to do at least 30 episodes of this before we start doing returns.
Well, we did look at a really fancy restaurant today. We talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know when that's gonna happen, but we'll maybe do it. I don't know, man.
I'll say that one plate at that place is as much as we spent together today.
Oh, my bank account. It's like getting punched in the face. Okay. Anyway, back to Jerusalem Kitchen. It's a small dining area inside, which is like fine because it's a small restaurant.
Yeah.
So it was just me and you in there for a while, and some people came in, took takeout orders and stuff.
Like 4 or 5
There were
people.
a bunch of people getting takeout, dude. It was crazy. I
Mhm.
didn't realize they had such a big takeout
Market.
market. Yeah, I feel like most people who came in got takeout instead of eating in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to start with, we both got the cinnamon and cardamom tea
Oh my god.
because that's what me and Ben got when we went.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, it's good.
Yeah, they gave us a little kettle.
They
on
literally
the
give
table.
you a kettle of tea and you just pour it in your cup as you want.
Yeah, just
And
tiny
we could have
little
asked for
teacups.
sugar. I just forgot.
Yeah, I just used the stevia that was in there.
Yeah, I did too. I just meant to get sugar because that's what we got last time. But yeah, dude, that cinnamon cardamom tea they serve is so good. And
It's
like,
delicious.
you don't have to just get tea. They have soda and stuff too. And
Uh-huh.
like, you can get whatever you like. They have a bunch of different stuff.
I just want something different. I
I know, right? Like, we don't usually
stray
get
from
hot
the broken
tea.
path.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason I wanted us to get it is because, like, at least for me, that hits the spot with everything else. Like, it goes so well with all the other food
It
we got
really did
because it was sweet.
Mm-hmm. It really, really went with everything else that we had, and it was a good palate cleanser. Honestly,
Exactly,
In between
exactly.
bites, just taking a sip of that and then eating something else off the plate, and it was like, ooh.
And then we also shared, they have a hummus and baba ganoush like side dish thing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they bring you some hummus and they bring you some baba in little dishes, and then you get some bread to dip it in.
Yep.
Their hummus is so good.
It is really good hummus. Like, I'm not a huge fan of hummus. I'm a fan of hummus now.
I am. You know what? I hadn't had baba ganoush before me and Ben went, and now every time I go there, I get the baba. It's
I had
so
it till
good.
today. It's pretty good.
So good. For those who don't know, hummus,
Hummus.
hummus and baba ganoush. Baba ganoush is like roasted eggplant,
Mm-hmm.
pureed with a bunch of different stuff, and then with like a salad on top with some olive oil. Then hummus, I think, is chickpeas
Yes.
and some other stuff. Like, I think they say exactly what's in it on the menu. I just don't remember exactly
Yeah.
because I don't have it. But yeah, dude, their hummus and their baba ganoush are so good, and their bread's good too. It's good pita. Like,
Yeah. It's really good pita bread.
very good. Now, to what we got separately.
Which we won't talk about how we feel until we get to the rating of the food.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about. I wanted to say
I
talk
like-
about the stuff that we got together.
Yeah, I like talking about the shared stuff together
Yeah,
because we kind of understand,
Mhm.
See, we have similar point of views.
Let's see.
Keep looking at this thing on the table.
Well, we'll get to that last. That we're gonna talk about after this, and I'm excited about that because I know that's good.
But we take that after the rating, right?
No, I would assume we were gonna do it before. You want to do it after? I don't care.
Yeah, do it after the rating.
Okay, that's fine.
This is an extra segment.
Well, I just assume we would throw it in the middle.
We could.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Fuck it. We've kind of sort of talked about doing a new thing, and we hadn't really talked it out. So
Yeah.
we're just kind of winging it on the podcast. Pretty usual. I feel like that's how we normally do the show.
That's how we started this show.
It's
Yeah,
true.
how are we
On a
gonna-
whim.
You went, how are we going to open this? And I just went, good morning. And it
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah, fair enough. You got the beef shawarma, which, okay, so let me preface this with everything you get on an entree comes with a side salad, and there's a bunch of different options,
Mm-hmm.
and then a type of rice. You can either get lentil rice or yellow rice.
Yep.
I think we both got yellow rice.
We did.
Ben says the lentil rice is like way better. I didn't really want to. I haven't tried it, but apparently it's good.
I love lentils. And I
See,
thought
I
about
don't like
getting,
lentils very much.
I thought about getting lentil rice. But I went, I want to try their yellow. So
So you got beef shawarma with. Do you know what kind of side salad you got?
it says it on there. I got
Does
the
it?
Arabic one, I think.
It does not say it on here. Oh no, it does. I'm dumb. You're right. You got the
Yeah, I
the
got
Arabic side salad.
You got the Turkish.
And I got the Turkish, which is what I got last time. So I got the same side salad. I did. And then let's think. Oh, for my main thing, so last time I was there, I had the Athenian chicken, which I liked. Thought it was good. This time I was like, I haven't had fish on the podcast yet. That's a rare thing for us to try.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'll try their tilapia. So it basically came with cauliflower, rice, tilapia, and potatoes, covered in some kind of sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it was good.
I think I remember the name of the sauce earlier, but I don't know.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so my shawarma was just like shredded beef shawarma on a plate with a big ass side of the yellow rice.
And you got tahini, right, as well, in a little dipping cup?
Yeah.
I didn't get any tahini.
Which is really good. I don't know how to explain tahini.
Oh, I don't know either, actually, honestly.
It's almost like Greek yogurt, but it's flavored like Cool Ranch.
I guess there probably is dill in there.
Yeah.
That would make sense, yeah. That tracks, I guess. I don't know. I don't like tahini very much, so I don't ever get
I
it.
loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not my thing. It's not for me.
It was really good. Like taking the pita, putting the shawarma in there, putting some rice on top, and then dipping it in the tahini.
Yeah, that was a thing that I recommended because Ben recommended it to me when we went. Basically, take
Smart
the
way to
half
eat it.
pieces of pita and breaking it open into where it's a little pocket, and then filling it with your meat and your salad, and then mixing it and then eating it like that. I think that's the perfect way to eat these. Like, eat this kind of food in bites.
I feel like it's almost intended.
And then you can dip it, if you want, into the baba or the hummus on top of that, and then also dip it in the sauce on your plate. Because basically every dish comes with a pretty thick sauce.
And that's one thing I want to mention about this is like it all mixes really well.
It all feels good together.
All of the food makes sense going together.
And I guess that's probably just like, a cultural thing for them, for like,
Right, but I mean, like, if you take the aspect like Chinese food, when you get Chinese food, you get a Chinese dish, like you get General Tso's chicken and you get a side of lo mein or rice,
Yeah.
Not much else goes with that. The different types of sauces for the chickens don't really mix all that well. One's going to overpower the rest of them, and then it's all just going to taste the same. And I feel like most of the meals just taste very similar. They're just small variations of the same thing.
Fair enough.
But
yeah,
I feel like there's a wide variety here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Even like the hummus and the baba ganoush, there are very big differences. Like, I feel like
For sure.
the baba ganoush has more of a roasted kind of flavor
Yeah,
to it.
it's roasted pureed eggplants.
Mm-hmm.
And you can taste the roasted, like, you can tell they're
really,
roasted.
yeah.
You can really taste it. It's really good.
And you can tell it's more of like a puree. It's a lot smoother, but hummus has still some of that.
It's
almost
thicker.
like
It's almost gritty.
right. It's like grits almost, and it's I don't want to say like sweeter almost. Like I don't know how to put that.
I feel like the baba just has a stronger flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what it is. It's more intense.
Yeah, but they are basically the same fucking thing, but drastically different.
Oh yeah, similar consistency, similar like feel. They're both dips. You dip the pita in, but it's just they taste completely wildly different.
Completely different. And so our salads were different.
Yeah.
So
Mine was almost all tomatoes and onions.
yeah,
And it's spicy.
it wasn't that spicy, but I did like how much spice it had
Mm-hmm.
to it. So mine it had like cucumbers, tomato, onion with lime juice or lemon juice.
Okay.
Lemon juice squirted on it. And it was very good. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
it's really refreshing to take a bite of that, a sip of tea, then go back to your actual meal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it allowed for the meal to not feel so heavy when you're eating something so heavy.
Yeah, I don't feel like shit after eating that.
No,
I ate a
absolutely not.
lot of food, and there's
We
still
ate so
a
much
lot
food.
left. So much left, and I don't feel like shit.
Yeah.
I feel good. Like the tea opened me up. It opens up, all your senses, smell, all that. I mean, and that's another thing is everything smelled amazing,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
which is something that I can't say about a lot of the places that we go.
Now, some of the places we've been to kind of stink. I'm not trying to like be mean to them.
It's just like the type of food, all the different spices
Yeah.
mixed together very poorly. But I think Mediterranean food might be the way.
Listen. This is the second time I've been here this week.
This week,
I went a couple days ago by myself.
My
I
God.
did get carry out though, so I got some baba and some hummus to bring home. And ate those at the
I do
house.
want to try falafels though.
There's a falafel place near here. We should get falafels sometime.
Should this place had falafels? So just
We just didn't get them. I don't know why we didn't. You literally looked at them and said we should try falafels, and I was like, we should, and then we didn't.
But I was already trying baba for the first time, so I was like,
It's true. Yeah, fair enough. So the last thing we got is something that we didn't eat at the restaurant.
no,
Because
we'll eat it now.
we'll eat it now. Fuck it. We'll talk about it now. I've had this because it's very good. They make in-house baklava, and it fucking slaps.
See, I've had baklava, but I've never had baklava like this big of a piece.
Oh, yeah.
And this looks like better quality than what I had. And the one that I ate was frozen.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah,
this is fresh
didn't-
baklava. They
I
make this
didn't-
every day.
Yeah, and I didn't even heat it up.
Really?
Just ate it frozen.
What is wrong with you?
It was good. It was like eating a really hard Heath bar.
You're telling me you walked into your freezer, saw you had frozen baklava, and went, I'm not going to heat that up, and just took it and took a bite out of it?
Like I said, it was cut into little squares.
So you just,
Like they were like
it was
the size of mini Snickers.
So it was like eating a hard little rock,
It's not that hard.
but it was frozen.
It's like toffee. It was like it doesn't freeze all the way through. I don't know. It's kind of it was like chewing on hard caramel.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's normal, man. That's
You
a
never
normal
get
thing that
like,
people do.
You never get like those little hard caramels, like
No, I don't.
not like the hard candies, but
You're talking about.
the dense ones.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Where your
about.
teeth stick to them. You're like,
No, because I value my teeth.
whatever. Shut up. We're gonna eat this fucking.
Yeah, so this is a segment that Cotton and I talked about doing. We're just gonna have like a random snack thing to try on the podcast now to talk about. And this time we ended up getting baklava from the restaurant we went to, and you just got that shit all over my table.
Well, it did not want to come apart.
God damn you.
It's okay.
You wanna know how I ate it last time I got it from this place? I just picked it up with my hands and just ate it like a sandwich.
We're sharing it.
I know we're sharing it. So yeah, we're gonna try this baklava on the podcast and let you guys know how good it is, because I think I fucking like it. I know it's good, but I'm curious Cotton's opinion because he's had baklava before. Okay, well this isn't working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is it's okay. It's falling apart instantly. Okay, well here.
You got like just the cake part.
It's actually phyllo dough. It's not cake.
Well, I know. I just meant like the dough part.
Mm-hmm. Don't eat this whole thing. I want to say something for he who should not be named.
Yeah, you can have the rest of it after we massacre the sides of it.
Yeah. Man, this baklava is so fucking good. It's so like, there's something about the phyllo dough. Reminds me of rice paper.
Almost.
Which, speaking of rice paper, I also want to go on a tangent. We're not going to go on a tangent yet. I have something to say about rice paper in a minute.
Okay.
Man, that's so good. So good. This won't affect our rating, but I will say, if you go to this place, get the baklava. It's very good.
I'm sure it's better warm.
It is, but basically they bake a big tray of baklava at the start of the day and then put it in like a pie thing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And you just get a piece if you want it.
I'll say, not very much different than the frozen one.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is a little bit better. It's a little sweeter.
Mm.
But it's really good. Yeah, I like baklava.
I do too.
The bottom layer is the best part of it.
I agree. Like, I like the phyllo dough. I like the honey. But the honey always soaks and gets in the bottom really good, so it's really nice and
Exactly.
sweet. Honestly, this would have been really good if literally right after we finished the meal. Like, this is a good meal ender.
Yeah, I think it is probably a really, really good dessert.
Because, like, it's dense enough to be a dessert, but it's still light because it's phyllo dough and it's very thin.
Mm-hmm.
And the honey is sweet, but it's not, like, overly sweet.
Right, it's very
And the nuts add
airy.
texture and crunch. And also, like, add like, sustenance to it, basically. Like, make it feel like it's not so... It makes it feel denser.
Yeah,
And more like a dessert.
But it doesn't feel heavy.
Because it's phyllo dough.
It's really good.
All right.
So, consensus, good.
Consensus on the baklava, very good. I'll eat it again.
Mm-hmm. Drinking wine?
What the hell?
It looks like wine. Like white wine?
I'm not drinking white wine. It's raspberry green tea.
Oh.
We have a giant pitcher of it in the fridge. I'm not drinking wine. I did have sake yesterday, though, but it was really good. I'm not talking about
Spoiler,
that. We should go
maybe
there.
We'll have that something similar to that next episode. We have
Ooh, are we talking about that right
guest,
now?
Special guest Laren.
I wasn't gonna. Okay, yeah. We haven't talked about this. We want to have guests on the show, and when we have guests, we want the guests to take us to a place that they like.
Yeah.
And Cotton and I were talking, and we were like, what's a type of food we haven't had before?
Yeah, well, so Larry asked, well, what food have you guys had? And he said, what haven't you had? And I said, it's easier to tell you what we have. Because we've been to some pretty special places.
Some interesting places, for sure.
So I listed off all 11, and I mentioned this one, too.
Because we already knew we were coming here, because I mentioned it well in advance. Like, I want to go to this place. Me and Ben went there. It was great.
This is where you were teasing during the last episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell him what kind of place we're going to, though.
No.
Or what it is.
Nope.
We also hear Laren, our friend, our dear friend. He has many names. Sometimes we call him Larry. I call him Lawrence a lot. Larold. So if you get confused, if it starts with L.A., we're probably referring to the same man.
Uh-huh.
It's just how it is.
Yep.
But he's coming on the podcast in 2 weeks when the episode comes out.
Next episode.
And he's going to take us somewhere. And it may be a 4-person episode if Hannah wants to come. I don't know if she's going to. I think you said she wants to.
It is possible that this will be a 4-person episode.
Which first of all, I have 2 podcasts. Never done a 4-person episode. Only done 3.
Yep.
Very excited to see what 4 people's like.
It'll be interesting.
I'm excited to tell Laren to shut the fuck up.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I'm waiting to see how hard he railroads us.
For those of you, we love this man. He's one of our best friends.
Absolutely.
But sometimes that man just goes on tangents. And you just got to tell him, like, Laren, you got to shut up. Like, I love you, but please, for the love of God, we have to get this podcast. Because I'm imagining us trying to do the podcast, and he just starts talking about some bullshit.
And I'm sure there will be lots of bullshit and lots of dunking on Laren. And if Hannah's here, lots of dunking on the
Yeah,
both
and
of
then them dunk on each other. Because, of course, we won't dunk on each other.
No,
absolutely not. A sacred bond. But your wife and Laren, open season. So a little bit of a teaser for next episode.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Look forward to that.
I don't know how much money it's gonna be an expensive episode. Let me put it that way. And also, I don't know who we haven't decided this. Who's giving directions?
You.
Me. Why doesn't Laren do it?
We talked about why on an episode why Laren should not do that.
Oh yeah, you're right. We did. I forgot about that. Oh Lord. Yeah, you're right. Well, I was thinking like maybe make him drive. No, Laren's been in too many accidents for that.
I know.
He'll kill us.
Especially if there's a pregnant woman in the car.
No. Oh yeah, no, it'll be deadly. Never mind. You can drive. I'll give directions. Laren can ride in the back with your wife.
Yep.
And
if you feel bad because Hannah's pregnant and sitting in the back seat, she asks to sit in the back seat.
That's true. She actually I sit up front a lot because she just doesn't want to. Or
she's just like it's easier and you don't need to yell.
That's true, because when I'm in the backseat, Cotton tends to yell to make sure I hear him.
Yeah, because I ask a question, and then Bob just sits there and is rocking his head back and forth, not
Listen
fucking
to
saying
music.
anything. That's another thing, and we never talked about this, and I don't know if you've ever really thought about it.
Yeah.
Don't listen to music on the way there.
Do we not?
No, I never have the radio on when we're on the way there.
No way, right? Really?
Yep, I always have it on the way back, but...
I've never noticed. But I'm always I'm always bobbing my head to something.
No, in Hannah's car, and a couple of times we've taken Hannah's car, I do have the music playing.
That's why. Okay, I was like, I remember listening to music on the way to these places, but then I realized it's always with Hannah because when she's here, we take her car. That makes sense. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever noticed that. It's nice because we're usually talking, and the drives aren't that far.
No, usually not.
But even on some of the longer ones, we just talk. So like, it makes the drives go by.
Yeah, because
faster.
like, we don't get to see each other that much. Like, I'm busy with work. You're busy with baby and work and like other shit. So it's like these 2 weeks, like once every 2 weeks, we get together and we actually have time to talk to each other about shit and like spend time together. It's nice.
Very.
It'll be a good excuse once you have the baby.
Yeah.
Like, Hannah, I have to go record the podcast. Sorry,
She already gave me the permission. I'm already letting everybody know.
We have talked about what we're going to do when you have that kid.
Yeah.
Like, we've talked about it a little bit. I think your kid should come on the podcast.
Eventually. Once he can start making noises.
Just sit him in the high chair, sit him against the mic. Occasionally just hear, ah! That's very funny. Okay. I think it's about time. We should probably get in to what we think about the food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who goes first, me or you? I never fucking remember. Or is it different?
So you always say that, and it's always different because we always just decide who goes first.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I thought we had a set plan here.
No.
Okay.
Never.
We record these so long apart that I never fucking remember what happened in the last episode.
Oh,
like, when did we talk about Hogwarts Legacy? That felt like 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
But that was like a month ago or some shit.
2 months ago? It was before the game came. Or it was the week after the game came out.
Yeah, bro. Like, the time. Time is a weird soup.
People already got like world record speed runs and shit in that game.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll go first. Fuck it. I'm throwing my shit at the wall.
Okay. I think you've gone first the last 3 times.
Well, then that's how we'll do it from now on.
Okay.
I'm saying that now, and I'll forget by the time we record next.
We can mention this. We'll write it in the big black book.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that yet, but okay. All right, we'll put it in the big black book.
But we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Okay.
At the end.
Yeah, we'll mention the big black book eventually. So I got the tilapia, and I got yellow rice, and it came with the Turkish salad. I think that's it. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Oh, cauliflower, potatoes, and the sauce.
Yeah.
All on the tilapia.
The potatoes like a mashed potatoes, or those were like
no, it was like
half potatoes.
fondant potatoes. I think is what it would be called. I think that's
So
what those
like
are.
squared.
They weren't square, but they were like. It was like someone took a potato and cut it.
Like you were gonna cut it into fries, but didn't cut it into that
sticks.
last cut.
Yeah, you just left it in like shaved pieces.
That's what I thought.
They were really good.
They looked good. They were really like golden brownish.
They were tasty. I'm not a huge fish person, except for I'm a big fish person when it comes to. Okay, how do I process this? We live in Kentucky. My dad goes fishing all the time.
Yeah.
I used to fish when I was a kid all the time. We go hunting. Like I have a whole frozen squirrel in my freezer right now. I need to like take out and fry to eat. So my dad and I would fish a lot, so I know how to clean a fish. I don't often get fish at restaurants because when I'm at home, I would eat a lot of fish because like I was very poor growing up. So a lot of the meat in my house was stuff either my dad hunted, like my dad and I hunted, or my dad and I caught.
Yeah.
So lots of fried fish in my house. So that's the way I would like fried catfish, fried bluegill, whatever. So when I go to a restaurant, I'm always like, I don't really want fish. But I was like, you know what? I haven't had fish on the show. I haven't had fish like in a while.
I haven't had fish in months, maybe even like a year.
See, when I was a kid, I ate a lot of fish just because that's what we had.
I've had fillet fish, but I don't count that.
Well, that's not real fish.
It's Alaskan.
They say that. They say that. You worked there. You know that that's not true.
I don't know. It comes in a box frozen.
There it is. Comes in a box frozen. Real fish.
And it's square.
Yeah, fish are square, caught out in the ocean. Square fish.
If you cut off the tail and the head.
Still more fish shaped than a filet of fish.
True.
Anyway, I was like, I'll try fish. Surprisingly good. Like, I'm not even, like, a lot of people complain about, like, bad fish at restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
This was pretty good fish. Of course, I'm used to fried fish, and this was not fried. It was, like, seared in a pan and then baked with the sauce on top.
Yeah.
Which means the sauce kind of, like, stuck to it
and
and had a good consistency because it had time to, like, broil.
Yeah.
So the fish was like really well cooked. It soaked up the sauce. The sauce was kind of garlicky and tangy.
Okay.
I didn't really have any problems with like a fishy taste on the fish or like some people get fish and they're like, oh, it tastes muddy or dirty. No problem like that. That's just people who buy fish don't know how to fucking clean it.
True.
Another thing, I don't want to get involved in that right now because I've heard many times people complain about catfish and my dad's like, they just don't know how to clean it. He's like, you take this.
Tastes like dirt.
Tastes like dirt. They just don't clean the mud out of it like they're supposed to. They're just bad at cleaning fish. That's all it is. But yeah, the fish were surprisingly good at this place. The potatoes were killer. They were crispy because they'd been broiled with everything else, but they also, the middle, it was hard on the outside, but the middle was still soft and it soaked up the sauce.
That's exactly what I imagined just by looking at them.
Yeah, dude, they were fantastic potatoes. Like, I like potatoes. Mashed potatoes are like top tier for me, but like those are really good potatoes.
Any potato in any form was good.
Yeah, I haven't had a bad potato. I don't like baked potatoes that much, but they're still good. Like, I'd eat a baked potato.
True.
And then cauliflower, which if you listen to my other podcast, you'll know that I don't like cauliflower very much. This cauliflower was good. I tried it and I was like, man, is this what cauliflower is supposed to taste like? Because this is tasty. I was like blown away because for those of you who don't know, my other podcast I do, Ben also just brings random shit on that podcast for me to eat. Like, I'm talking, you know what he brought last week?
A vegetable tray, I assume.
No, pickled cauliflower that he pickled at home himself, and it was an Earl Grey pie that he baked himself and brought to the podcast.
I want to try that.
It was good. Like, really good.
Earl Grey is probably my favorite tea.
Really? I'm not the biggest Earl Grey fan. I think...
Well, see, I get Earl Grey.
I like green tea so much.
I put 2 teaspoons of sugar and a packet of honey in there.
Mm-hmm.
So good. It tastes like Fruit Loops.
I've never heard anyone describe it like that, but that's not wrong. Yeah, so Ben brought the pickled cauliflower and the Earl Grey pie. I tried the Earl Grey pie. Great, tasty. I tried the pickled cauliflower, and I was like, not my favorite. I don't really like it that much. But that's just because you know this about me. I don't like pickled stuff or pickles in general.
Yeah.
Gross. So I was like, I'm probably not going to like it. And also, I'm not the hugest fan of cauliflower. If all cauliflower tastes like the cauliflower on this plate, I could eat so much cauliflower. It was so good. And I'm not even a fan of cauliflower. Like, that's how good it was, like, genuinely.
Right.
Then, my salad, my Turkish salad, it's literally like tomatoes, onions, all whipped up in a spicy tomato sauce. Perfect for this tangy garlic sauce with the bread, with the fish, and the potatoes and cauliflower. It's literally like a perfect bite. Yeah. So tasty. Like, I'm gonna talk this place up, man. This is like might be my favorite restaurant we've been to.
Okay.
Like genuinely, so good. Like the service is good, and first of all, there's only 2 people working there, plus whoever's in the back cooking, I guess.
Okay.
So like, it was good service for 2 people.
So before you give your number, I want to do something different.
Okay.
Because I think we both had really good experiences.
Yeah.
I want to say the number together at the end, after I give my thoughts.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Just because I want to see, I don't want you to think that my score is influenced
By my score?
your score.
Okay, we
Just
can do
this
that.
one time.
Yeah, we'll do like a countdown or something.
Yeah.
Okay. You can talk now. I talked a while.
Okay. So I had the beef shawarma, which you can get chicken shawarma as well.
Yeah.
At beef shawarma with yellow rice. And that's all that came on my plate. With the tahini sauce, that's what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they put on shawarma. I don't know what that seasoning is.
I've never had shawarma, actually.
It was like a reddish brown seasoning,
Mm-hmm.
and it was unlike any seasoning I've ever tasted, which it could just be a mix of a bunch of shit. I just don't know it all together like that. I don't have that refined of a palate. But it was the right balance of salt, pepper, and it was really tender for it to be shaved beef like that. From what I can think, it's like a big thing. Like when I've seen a shawarma stand,
Oh yeah, like the big like spit where it's roasting and they just shave it off the side. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I like imagine whenever I see it, and then you shave it off, and then there you go. I don't know how they prepare it, but it was extremely tender, like really,
Dude,
really
it looked
tender.
really good.
It is delicious. Like if I could just eat beef like that forever, that's how I'd eat it. Like honestly, oh my god, it was really good. And like you said, taking the pita bread and just opening up the little pocket, shoving some of that in there, put a little bit of rice in there, and dipping it in the tahini sauce, amazing. The tahini sauce got like a sour cream consistency to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really thick, and like having that, and it had like cilantro on top of it. I think
it was dill.
I think it was dill
In the tahini
no,
or on
no,
the
no,
shawarma?
no, on the shawarma.
It was not. It couldn't have been cilantro.
Really?
Well, actually, I guess because I had the same stuff on top of mine. It wasn't cilantro because I have cilantro soap.
Yeah.
Tastes like soap, and I didn't taste any soap on that.
I don't know what kind of green that was then.
No idea.
But
Honestly.
Whatever it was, it didn't really have a flavor. It was just kind of like there.
I mean, it was like,
Green.
yeah.
A hint of something. But compared to the taste of, my salad, which is not what I expected whenever I got the salad. I read what it said, but I also expected like lettuce or something in there too.
Nope.
No, it was just the vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, really good. I don't like tomatoes.
Really?
I don't. I don't like tomatoes.
I gave you a bite of my Turkish, and that's almost all tomato.
Well, see, but that's a little different because it was mixed with other shit,
Mm-hmm.
and so it didn't really have a tomato forward taste. But mine just had like cut tomatoes with lemon juice on it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect to like it, but it was really good. I think overall, like
Good experience.
everything just tasted really nice. I think the rice was a little overdone.
I didn't have that problem. I thought the rice was fine.
The yellow rice was just a little bit hard.
Now I'm mad that I didn't get lentils because I thought you were gonna get the lentils.
I thought about getting lentils. You ordered second. You could have gotten lentils.
I thought I would. Oh no, you did order first. Fuck, I'm an idiot. God damn it. All right.
But yeah, I didn't get the lentil. I really thought about it because when I get or I'm thinking of something else. No. I was comparing lentils in my head, like the taste of lentils, to something else. I was about to really fuck myself. It might have lentils in it too. I was gonna say when I get Korean food, I get bibimbap, and it's got bean sprouts on top of it. Bean sprouts are really, really good, and I equate that to lentils sometimes.
Okay.
Lentils are still good.
We should get Korean food.
We should.
That'd be a cool one.
I know a couple of Korean places.
There's a
Not
Korean
around
place here in town, but Ben said it's like mega expensive for no reason. He was like, "You're getting scammed if you go there." I'm not gonna put them on blast on the podcast because we may end up going there eventually because I think it is actually a local restaurant.
We'll look into it.
Well,
We'll
yeah,
look into
I
see
mean,
if there's any better ones or better priced ones.
Once again, if anyone ever has any recommendations to this show, please let us know. We will go. Like I love taking recommendations from people. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I just started. Like nobody's asked to be on the podcast really, other than Hannah. Can I come? Of course you can come. But you want to be on the podcast, and we know you. Just reach out.
Yeah, just text us. We like having guests on. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like you know.
Yeah, if you're he who shall not be named and you're listening at 50 something minutes in and you want to go somewhere, just let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to give your number?
I think so. I just want to say again, good.
It was really good. It's like, look, I'm very much a hermit of a man. I don't leave my house for much. I
Yeah.
leave my house when I have to. It's like when I have to go, like
Makes me
okay.
sad I'm so far away from this place.
That's good. So like I would rather cook dinner at home. I don't like to like go out to get stuff. Like
Mhm.
I only go to work and leave when I have to go do other shit.
Yep.
The fact that I went out and got carry out from this place and picked it up
Speaks volumes.
speaks volumes for me as a person. Because I much rather would have just gone up into my kitchen, used my groceries, and cooked dinner.
Uh-huh.
Because first of all, it's cheaper, and I have groceries and shit.
True.
But like the food was so good, I went, I can't make that. Like I can't replicate this, and I was craving it. I was literally like, man, I could slam so much hummus right now, and so much baba. Like I could destroy a whole platter by myself, and I did. In fact, that's what I ate. It was great. I had a good time. You want to count down? You want me to count down?
You count down.
All right.
3, 2, 1, then say the number. No go.
Okay. I was about to preface that because I didn't want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. 19.
20.
Oh, close. So close.
19.5.
19 and a half. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's
Nope.
actually pretty solid.
It is really solid.
And for those of you, we haven't really talked about in a while. How does our scale work? Probably should have said that before we started
I
like
feel
rating
like-
shit.
I know. I feel like every episode I think about it, and then we just get into talking about the food and saying the numbers. So if you don't remember, it's a scale of 1 to 21.
1 to 21, yeah.
So 21 is like new favorite restaurant. I'm going to go here all the time, which is why I was really surprised that you didn't say 20.
I almost said 20. The only reason I didn't is because I haven't tried enough of their stuff.
Fair.
I haven't had the lentils. I haven't tried any of the other like main entrees. I haven't tried any of the other salads. I have only gotten the stuff that I know I like. I haven't had a
Fair.
full perspective of the menu yet.
And I think that was something we talked about when talking about rating stuff at 21. A place
Yeah.
really, really has to wow us
To get a 21.
to get
it
a
has to
21
be like,
first try.
holy shit.
I think if we went back to this place could get a 21.
Oh, yeah. If we tried a bunch of different stuff and like really like picked it apart, I think it probably would. It's really good. Like
It is. I really highly recommend this place.
Me too. Like this is, if you're going to be in town for like an event or something and you like Mediterranean food, go here and try it, man.
Yeah.
It's also not that expensive.
No.
Like how much, we got so much food. I think our total ended up being like $42.
Yeah, we got 2 entrees.
It came with a rice salad and like the actual entree.
Mm-hmm.
2 different like really good teas.
Well, see, that's the other thing is like here it has the tea.
Mm-hmm.
It says $2.95
That was for the whole
for
pot
the
of tea.
whole kettle of tea.
The whole thing. They just
And-
leave the whole thing at your table and you can pour as much as you like, as little as you like.
Mm-hmm. We get the hummus and baba. Yeah, in total. Oh, and the baklava,
And the baklava.
$42.75.
Not bad for 2 people at all.
$45 after tax.
Plus tip or whatever.
Tip's not on here, but
Yeah. It's not on this receipt, it's on the other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, not that expensive. And
Not at
honestly,
all.
we have, 3 boxes of food still?
uh-huh.
Plus, they gave us little cups for the extra baba and hummus.
Yep.
And extra bread for free.
Uh-huh.
The bread's completely free, by the way. You don't pay for that at all.
Nope.
They give you bread when you come in, and if you order hummus and baba ganoush, they give you more bread. And then on the way out, they said, hey, do you want some more bread? And we took even more bread.
Yeah, I was like, sure, absolutely.
Because it's good. Like, I could just eat it by itself. Like, of course, the baba and the hummus are, tasty. But you could just eat the bread by itself. It's tasty.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good.
It's good bread.
All right, well, I think that wraps up this episode.
Yeah, nice easy episode. Not a
Nice,
lot-
easy one.
Not too tangential, a little bit there at the beginning, but I mean, ultimately, when it comes down to it, I think I just really wanted to talk about this place because it was good.
I know,
Overall,
man.
It was good.
It's
Oh, there
good.
was the dirty kid from Charlie Brown was on the wall.
I guess we didn't talk about that. Yeah, that's true. We came in and sat down, and what is his name, dude? He has a name.
Dusty. I don't know.
You might, on God, you might be right.
It might be. I don't
But
know.
there's just this giant, like, it almost looks like it was drawn in Sharpie. Might even painted. But, like, sketch of, it looks like the dirty kid from
His name's Pigpen.
Pigpen?
Yeah.
Well, I guess his name is Pigpen. But the kid that's always covered in dirt from Charlie Brown. that like he walks and leaves like the dust trail behind him and stuff.
Yeah, it looked like he was turned around and he had his hands behind his back, and he was just
Facing away from us.
backside
Yeah.
facing us. It was weird. It was funny.
It was a little funny. But yeah. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, Lost_Louisville.
Mhm.
I will post stuff there.
Yeah,
I promise.
We've got actual stuff to post this time, so
I will do it. For the love of God, don't let me forget.
I won't.
When I upload this on Monday, remind me.
I will.
Because I am so bad about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so bad.
It's okay.
And I keep forgetting. But when the episode goes live on Monday, that's when episodes come out. It's on Mondays. Every 2 weeks, every second Monday, I guess, you get an episode.
Mhm.
I post when that goes live, and there's a link to it on the Twitter.
Yep.
Also, I'll post pictures of stuff. Like I have pictures of my food. I have pictures of the baklava. I have pictures of my sick ass AL8 painting that I'm gonna post on there because we talked about it in the episode. So check that out if you want to see pictures of the stuff we're talking about.
Absolutely.
If we have any other updates for the show, like we're gonna miss a week for some reason, which I hope we don't. Or some other bullshit, anything about the show, follow us on Twitter. It'll all go there. Any updates, stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
all there. Other than that, check us out where you're watching us now on YouTube. We're not on Spotify or anything yet because we need art, and also it costs money.
Yeah.
And we're waiting.
Mainly it's the art thing.
Yeah, mainly it's our thing. I think I already paid the money, actually. On God,
Did you?
I think I did.
Oh yeah, I think you did because it let
Yeah,
you set
yeah,
it
yeah.
up.
Yeah. So we'll be there eventually. If you have recommendations for places you want us to go in the city, leave them in the comments or text us if you know us and we're doing this thing.
If you're bored and you just doodle, send us some art.
If you want, I guess.
Make a fake logo.
We need to talk to who about this.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we're working on it. It's in the pipes.
And if not him, we'll go through Belushi Speedball and use the person that they use to get their art.
Yo, actually, that's you should text Vinny.
I will.
That's an awesome idea. For those of you who don't know, Belushi Speedball is a local thrash metal. Is that what they call themselves?
It's thrash.
Local thrash band that do awesome fucking shows, and we know their lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
He was our biology teacher in high school.
Yep.
So we go to his shows and stuff. We talk to him. We play Warhammer with him. Literally one of the nicest men ever.
The nicest guy.
Literally, like, he's so awesome. Love that man to death. Him and Senor Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we should, a Belushi Speedball episode.
That'd be wild.
Have Vinny and fucking Senor Diablo on. Where would they take us?
I don't know.
You think Vinny would take us to Rubbies?
No. I think what would happen is Diablo would choose the place.
We'd go to some weird fucking place with him, dude.
Exactly.
You guys, I'm going to plug it now. Check out Senor Diablo on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you're into, like...
Check out Belushi Speedball, too.
Yeah, they're a great band. If you're into DIY music, thrash metal, check them out. They're all very cool. Very much, like, a core part of the local scene when it comes to music.
They're getting big.
They're getting big, too, dude.
Get in now.
Anthony Fantano is literally reviewing their fucking newest album.
Yep.
Talking, that's crazy.
Wild.
They're so cool. The coolest motherfuckers.
I remember being in high school.
Oh,
just
man.
as his student aide, and I put their albums together.
Really?
Yeah, I ripped the covers off of a bunch of really shitty comic books, and then stapled the prints that he had made. So the front of it was like the first edition of Spider-Man with the Punisher in it. It was the first thing the Punisher was ever in.
Wow.
It was that, but Vinny was Spider-Man and Senor Diablo was the Punisher. And
goes hard.
It's super, super cool. And the CD was the part where it's Spider-Man falling through the scope of the sniper rifle that he's using.
I remember when you fucking made this. I remember we talked about it. I fucking remember this.
I put tape on the back of the CDs and taped them to the front of the comic books. I did that for days on end. Just made a bunch of them.
Jesus
So
Christ.
if you have one of those, my blood may be on some of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody.
Yeah. Cool 2 weeks with a new special guest.
Oh, yes.
The Larold episode. Oh, Lord, he coming.
Oh, Lord, he is coming.
All right. Good night.